Hello. For the last week, Replit has been the top topic on the AI community. So I wanted to test it and give you a sense on how this actually works. What is the idea of this new platform? It's basically supposed to allow you to build software faster. And it's not only about the building aspect, it's also on how you deploy it, how you test it, how you do the debugging, and so on. To be honest, I'm quite impressed, so I would like to actually test that live. And here we go. This is the home. I have done a few projects in the past. And basically here you describe what you want to make. So for that, I already wrote a prompt that I'm gonna copy and paste here. And let's take a look at that prompt. Basically saying, create a web application for my e-commerce store named City Coffee. The application should have the following features: a home page and a product detail page. Regarding the design, it's basically use a branding and color style similar to Starbucks because it's a coffee brand. Implement a modern, cool, and visual appealing design. Make it responsive. So just with one line, I'm expecting this to be responsive. And then I'm providing some information on how to connect to my backend. Okay, so I just copy and paste that and do it. Simple as that. So now what it's gonna do is gonna create a plan in order to implement this, and then propose that plan to me for validation. The concept that I really like is that it's taking care of, in theory, everything. It's not just providing you the backend or providing you the front end. In this case, the platform actually writes the entire application, the different files, the different code, styling. It does a really good job. Okay, let's see what it came up with. Here we go. I'm working on a detailed plan for the City Coffee commerce, blah, blah. And now it's going to build the initial prototype, but I can also say implement the user login, the add to cart functionality, and so on. For now, let's do just the basic. Accept. And here you will see on the left is kind of the different files or the different scripts that the application is creating. And it's already working. So here we have our main.py. Here we have our Commerce Tools PI that basically is the file that used to connect to the Commerce Tools API and to do the GraphQL queries and so on. On the left, there are all of these files starting to appear. Here on the right, I can see what it's doing. So it's basically, okay, I created that file, I created this one and so on. I'm actually now creating that one. I can also take a look at the console somewhere. Let me see where. Here. There we go. So when the application is running, I will see the outputs on the console. I can also do the deployment as well. Once the application is being implemented, I can do the deployment directly. Let's take a look at the progress. Okay, so it created quite some files. Here we can see it's also doing some static pictures. It's creating a logo. Okay, now here you will see that we have the run. So basically this will start the entire application. And it's installing the dependencies. I mean, honestly, this is, for me, super impressive what is happening here. So it's installing GraphQL and the request library as well, resolving dependencies, installing certain things. Now it's actually creating a Flask application. That is by default the programming language that you use. That is kind of Python for the web, but you can use different ones. And here we go. Basically, once again, this is a browser running. Let me make it big. Where my City Coffee store, home, menu, about, header, job now. These are 3 coffees that are actually coming from my my project in Commerce Tools. So those are real products. If I go to my product list, okay, Brazilian, Ethiopian, premium quality. I don't know what you think, but for me this is mind-blowing. So basically it's functional, at least for the home and the product list page, e-commerce store with design and styles based on Starbucks as I requested. Let's see the product detail page if it's working. Yep, here I can see the product detail page. I can do the add to cart. I can go back. And the very interesting thing is that with one click, I can deploy this and have a public URL and send the link and have it running. This is the console with everything that is happening. This is the progress view that we mentioned before. And now it's actually done. And it's asking me if everything looks correctly. And I can say, great, but change the in the view section. I don't know, I'm just making something up. So I start having a conversation with the agent, and the agent start performing tasks and adjusting my website. And you will see that it's opening a second task for it. So once again, if we go to console, it's making edits on the index HTML. There you will see the changes on the file. It was saying welcome, now it's saying discover premium coffee. I can also actually look at the files if I want to and make changes. So this is providing the entire source code for me to adjust it or make any modification, and this is an environment where more than one developer can work. It's now starting the application and taking a screenshot to see if the changes have been actually performed. So if I go back here and I refresh, there you go, discover premium coffee. Okay, so far I have made 0 changes in the code. I have not written a single line of code, and I have a functional, at least the homepage of e-commerce store with the add to cart and product detail page and a fairly good design up and running, ready to deploy. Let me know what you think. Honestly, I know now I understand why everyone is talking about this platform. Is extremely impressive, and so far I have not seen any other company doing this level of implementation and autonomously. Thank you.